Kaveh Saidi here, violinist and music educator. I'm back again with another lesson in my series called Essential Elements for Strings, Book 1. Go ahead and get your book out, Essential Elements for Strings, Book 1, or Essential Elements 2000 for Strings, Violin, Viola, Cello, or Bass, and open up to page 14. You remember last time we learned some great songs on page 12 and 13 that you might want to review a couple times this week while you try this new lesson every day. If you look at the top of page 14, what you're going to see in the theory section is a scale, right? And it's the D major scale. It starts and ends on D. And don't forget, I helped you put finger tapes on your violin in a previous video, so watch that if you missed it. Those tapes on the D and the A string are in the same shape as the D major scale. So if you go up step by step, you're going to play the right number of half steps and whole steps. I'm going to play the top of page 14 for you, the D major scale. You can listen and then you're going to join with me in a second. The D major scale. What you should do right now is pause the video and write the names of the notes underneath the notes. If you need help, you can turn back to page 5 on the music staff section that told you the names of those notes. Hopefully you wrote D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And we're going to play that now. Don't forget when you play, you're going to put your bow 1 inch from the bridge. Your wrist is going to be straight. You're going to make an L shape with your arm. You're going to play with big bows. And one more thing. As you go up on the D string, leave your fingers down. Then lift your fingers for the A string. And one by one, leave fingers down. Are you ready? We're going to do it twice. 1, 2, D major scale, go, and... Wait, one more time, ready, play. Did you get it? If you didn't, you're going to want to pause the video right now and come back. Now that you're back, we're going to play the scale going up and down. So play it the way it's written, going ascending step by step. Then we're going to play it descending from the high D. My turn. D again. Get ready to play. 2, 3, 4, go. Descending. Did you get it? Let's play it one more time just like that. I'll count to 4. 1, 2, 3, begin. All right, good job. We're going to go on to number 40, Carolina Breeze. I want to play it for you once, and then you can join with me and play it twice. Go ahead and get ready, but don't play. Put your bow on the D string, put 3 fingers on the D string for G. My turn, stay ready to play because you're going to play in a second. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Your turn. One more time, go. Good. Well, now you've made it to Jingle Bells. Congratulations. You're ready for some really good stuff. Here we go with Jingle Bells. Put 2 fingers on the D string. We're going to try it straight from the beginning. 2 fingers on the D string, bow on the D string, 1 inch from the bridge. Tilt your bow. Keep that L shape in your arm. Keep your left wrist straight. F sharp. Arco. 1, 2, 3. Begin. Rest, rest. Now. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. 5 Gs. Rest, rest, rest. Did you get it the first time? I didn't get Jingle Bells the first time when I played it when I was a little kid. So why don't we go to a hard part of this song? The first 2 measures, F sharp, that was pretty easy. Let's go to the 3rd and 4th measure, and we're going to practice like we did in a previous video in a special way. We're going to practice 2 measures at a time until we get it right, and then we're going to do it how many times? 3 times in a row. Ready? Let's play the 3rd and the 4th measure. F sharp, A, D, E, F sharp. Ready? Now, play. Rest, rest. Did you get it? If you didn't, you're going to want to practice that until you get it. Then you start the count for 3 times in a row. So let's pretend you paused the video and got it. And now you're back, and we're going to do it 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3rd measure, play. Rest, rest. One more time, go. That was 2. Ready? One more time. Go. Rest, rest, rest. Now don't forget, if you just messed up, you got to start the count back at 0 and try to get those 2 measures 3 times in a row. Now let's assume you just fixed that spot. Remember we talked about practicing 2 measures at a time, then the next 2 measures at a time until you can play it 3 times in a row, then the next 2 measures. This might take a while, so you might want to pause the video to do that. Most of the time when kids play this song, they play, "Oh, what fun it to ride." And I left out a word in a note. It's "Oh, what fun it is." Oh, what fun it is. That's 5 notes on what letter? Read the second line. That's a G. So how many G's there in a row? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1. 5 G's in a row. 4 in the first measure of the second line. 1 G in the second measure of the second line. Then 3 F sharps. 1, 2, 3. Now. One more time. Ready? Now. Play. Again, go. Did you get it? All right, and then the next 2 measures, so we're looking at from the beginning, how many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th measure, the 7th box, and the 8th box. That's what we're going to play now. Let's try to get it right. 2, 3, go. Rest. Stop. Did you get it? Well, what you might have to do is like what we did before, say the letters and play them. Get ready for the 7th and 8th measure. Say the letters. 1, 2, ready, together, go. F sharp, E, E, F sharp, E, rest, A. 2 more times. Ready, go. F sharp, E, E, F sharp, E, rest, A. Again, go. Rest. That was 3. So now what do? I put them all back together like a Lego set. I polished this Lego, polished that Lego. Now put all the Legos together. Let's play the first 2 lines and see how far you can get. If you mess up, keep trying. It's no big deal. If you want to stop when you get to the 3rd line and just listen to the rest, you can do that too. Get ready to play. Wrist straight, slide your hand out. Bow 1 inch from the bridge. Big bows to play loud. Jingle Bells number 41. 1, 2, 3, now. Rest. Rest, rest, rest. Now. 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 5 G's. Rest, rest, rest. Big bows. Wait, ready, 5 G's, go. Alright, good work. If that gave you some trouble, you might have to pause the video right now and really practice Jingle Bells, and don't move on until you're ready. Now we're going to move on to number 42, Old Macdonald Had a Farm. What you're going to want to do when you have a new book is fold it back, because you might not see at the end of the first line there's a repeat sign, and that's because the book has not been folded back. So go ahead and take your book on page 14 and 15, fold it back, and now when you open it back up this way, it should stay open really flat so you can see that repeat sign at the end of the first line. Let's do number 42, Old Macdonald. If you want to listen, you can listen. If you're going to listen, say the letters while I'm playing. Don't forget the repeat sign at the end of the first line. Get ready to play. If you want to play, bow on the D string, 3 fingers. To start, 1, 2, 3, now. Rest. Rest and repeat. D, G. Rest. Go on. That was 3 G's. 7 G's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3rd line. Rest. F sharp G. I might do that later in some of our lessons. All right, so don't forget, we're going to move through the song a little bit quickly. So if you really need to practice that, you can do 2 measures at a time, 3 times in a row, then put them together. So pause the video now to do that. And you're back. So we're going to play that song together while I play the piano. I'm going to give you an introduction and I'll count to 4. Just one little thing, look at the 4th measure, the end of the first line. You have G, rest, rest, D. Then repeat back to the beginning immediately without stopping. I'm going to count to 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, now play. rest, D, repeat. Go on, D, G. Seven, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, D. F sharp, G. Alright, did you get the little tag at the end? Hopefully you did. Don't forget, you're going to pause the video now to practice. And if you come back and you really know that song, go ahead and give yourself a sticker, buddy. So I'm going to give myself a sticker because I really know that song. We're going to move on to page 15, number 43, Mozart Melody. Now, this song is the same song as... Did you hear it? Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. In the book they call it Mozart Melody because Mozart used this familiar song in one of his compositions, and you're going to want to read that. If you look at the first line and the last line, really look at the first line and the last line, they're exactly the same. And then the line in the middle is different than the first line. And what I oftentimes tell students is that this is a cheese sandwich. There's a piece of bread at the top, there's a piece of bread at the bottom, and there are two pieces of cheese in the middle. Now, if you really look at the two pieces of cheese in the middle, why did I say two? It's because if you look at the beginning of the second line, A, G, G, F sharp, E, rest, then the next notes in the second line are the same, A, G, G, F sharp, E. So I'm going to play this song for you in this cheese sandwich song, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, number 43, Mozart Melody. Second line. The same. The end's like the beginning. Good. And what I just described, the cheese sandwich, bread, cheese, bread, that's called form. The form of this song is A, B, B, A. If you really practice the first line, you should be good at the last line. And if you really practice the first two measures of the second line, you'll be good at the second two measures of the second line. So we're going to do that together really slowly. You're going to play and say the first line of number 43. So get your violin up. You want your strings parallel to the ground, your left wrist straight. I'm going to count slowly. You read and play. 1, 2, 3, now. D, D, A, B, A, rest now. G, G, F sharp, E, D. Stop. Did you get it? Let's do that 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, go. G. Rest. Did you get it? If you didn't, don't forget you got to start over at 0, but we're going to pretend you got it 2 times. Beginning, 2, 3, go. Good. G. F sharp. Rest. So that means you just got good at the first line and the last line. So all you need to practice now are the first 2 measures of the second line again and again. And let's do that. Listen once. A, G, F sharp, E. Put your bow on the A string. 1, 2, 3, Begin. Go. G, G. Did you get it? Do that part again. Go. Rest. Ready? Again. Go. Stop. Now let's see if we can combine the whole song into one giant beautiful twinkle. All right? I'm going to play the piano and you're going to play. So if you didn't get those little bits, what you're going to want to do, like I said before, is pause the video to really practice. Then add all the pieces together so you can play the whole song, maybe a little slower than we did, and come back when you're ready to play the whole song with me. Back now, here we go. Introduction. 1, 2, 3, now. G. A. Same notes. D. Good. Stay ready to play. We're going to do it one more time, a little bit faster. I won't talk this time. 1, 2, 3, now. Louder. All right, good job. You really did a lot today. So I'm going to give you some homework. Number 44 and 45. That's homework you could do on your own. Matthew's March and Christopher's Tune. What I want you to do is give yourself a sticker. All right? You learn Mozart Melody. You learn Old Macdonald Had. You learn Jingle Bells. Unbelievable. Now you got 3 songs you can play for your friends or your parents or your dog if you want to. But don't go on too soon. What you need to do is play this lesson every day for a week for 20 minutes at least before moving on to the next lesson next week. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. My name's Kaveh Saidi. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you're going to be made aware when new lessons pop up. And check out some of my music. I got a bunch of music that I wrote and also some gear reviews like shoulder rest reviews down below. I hope you enjoyed this one today. This was a fun one, and you should feel really good about yourself. You just learned a bunch of stuff that you could show off with. I'm going to go back to practicing. I hope you have a good night. Peace.